There's been a debate in the US here for the last year and a half, and there has been an argument that sort of, if we don't have these rules from the FCC, if we don't apply Title II, there will be no open internet and it's all over. It's just all going down the drain. I'd like to take issue with this whole discussion of openness, because anybody who questions openness is considered a pariah. It's like you're not even allowed to question the wisdom that things have to be open everywhere and at all times. It's like there's some thought police or something. It's absolutely the case that there are good things about openness. There are a lot of benefits about some open business models or open arrangements, but not always and not all the time. Now, on the other hand, there are some downsides to that. If you have intellectual property, if you are working on a molecule, you probably don't want some trade secret that is open. You want very hard to protect your intellectual property. It's not that openness is always good or bad, or it's always going to be good. There are times when it could be desirable and times not. And there's no reason why we can't have open models, but that doesn't mean that we should outlaw other models because they don't qualify under the definition of open. If we had the equivalent of a net neutrality for phones or platforms, there would be no Apple iPhone that we know today. In 2007, when Apple released the iPhone, they made an exclusive partnership with AT&T to release the iPhone. Now, if the net neutrality had been enforced at that time, that would have been challenged as a non-open, non-neutral, closed, exclusive partnership that should not be allowed. But what happened as a result of that partnership? It allowed people to understand the meaning of a smartphone. It has unleashed a wave of mobile innovation that the world couldn't have imagined and never had foreseen. And it was a result of two parties coming together under a closed and exclusive relationship. The other interesting thing is, from an academic perspective, this notion is not very well theorized. So there's not even a good historical academic grounding for it. The use of the term open innovation comes from a 2003 book by Henry Chesbrough, who was actually interested in how do companies like IBM and Xerox, the old line hardware companies of the technology age, how do they evolve in the internet age or in the information age? And his suggestion for them was to look outside their borders to get new ideas and so on. That was open innovation. It wasn't about them turning over their intellectual property for free. It was more about finding partnerships with new innovative firms, probably to make some kind of closed intellectual property. They're absolutely the case that there are open innovation models today that are great, but it doesn't mean that we need to make a rule that everything has to be an open innovation model or an open and so on. The fact of the matter is we have an open internet today and it works perfectly fine. We don't have to act in such a way to make regulation to guarantee it. It happens as a result of its own. And it supports a wide variety of business, a wide variety of models, a wide variety of arrangements. And they are, on their face, none of them are inherently discriminatory. If they are, we can go after them through the laws that we have on the books today.